Hello and welcome to another episode of the Wooly Mastadon Creates podcast, episode 4. It is January 8th, January 8th, and a pretty cloudy day here. I am Victoria, or Tori, the mastermind behind all this crazy, and Wooly Mastadon. You can find me, I'm in multiple places. I'm most active on Instagram, so if you want to find me on Instagram as Victoria Schwanke. I'm also on Ravelry as lilwestie, L-I-L-Westie. I post all my projects there, so everything that I'm talking about here project-wise will be on Ravelry as well. I am on Facebook as Victoria Schaffner. And most importantly, if you want to find out anything about this or any more about me, look to the blog. So woolymastadon.wordpress.com, and that is the place to go. A lot of this stuff will also be posted there, and this episode will also be posted there. So take a look there. All kinds of fun stuff there. But with further ado, let's get into the episode today, and I'm going to start with some FOs, finished objects. I was a bad podcaster, and I don't really have any of the objects with me today, but I'll be inserting photos as I talk about them, because they were just about all gifts. They were all gifts. I told myself pretty much at the beginning of December that I was going to knit a bunch of people gifts for Christmas, and I did succeed. I succeeded in everything I said I was going to make, but I sent them all off, and so I took pictures. I got pictures of all but one, so I'll be inserting those in. But so we'll start with the one that wasn't really a Christmas gift, but it was a baby gift from my friend who was expecting. They did have the baby on Christmas, and so everything got to them on time, which was great. I had made those 3 bibs that I was sharing throughout the different episodes out of the I Love Stockinette baby bib pattern. And they were received well. Hopefully they will wash and wear well, and we'll see how they work over time. But she seemed to like them, and that's a big thumbs up. And they're done and off to the recipient, so couldn't be better. I also finished, I had decided I was going to cast on some hats for my dad, and I had actually knit one in April already and just never gave it to him, so oops. But he ended up getting 2 hats this year anyway. So I had knitted all the way in April of last year, and then I, in like a week, knit him the second hat. And it was the Marled Rib hat pattern by Hannah Meyer. And I've been looking for a hat pattern that he actually would like for years. I mean, since I started knitting, I've been trying to find a hat pattern he'd actually like. And shock of shocks, he actually likes this one. So I'm going to knit him some more. The first one that I'll insert, I knit in April, and that one was knit out of the Bramble Heather colorway Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted, I believe. I think it was worsted on US size 3 needles. And then the second hat, which I knit in a week this December, was out of Autumn Heather Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, same deal. And they're long, so they're meant to be a rolled brim, and he loves them. So I'm excited. I finally have a pattern he likes, and I'm going to knit more of them. So that was my second finished object. Let's see, what else do I have here? A bunch. The last picture I have to show you, but my final finished, or not my final, but second to last finished object, is I finally finished Justin's socks, my husband's socks. They are done. He's worn them. He loves them. I have ordered to knit more, but they were washed because they are well loved, so I don't have them on me right now. But I'll insert a picture, and I'll have all the stats below of like the yarns I used and everything, because I don't have the tags for those anymore. But I know I used Premier Yarn sock for the heels, toes, and cuffs, and then I used, I don't remember what it was. Patton's Croy, I think, yarn for the body. Turquoise stripes, I believe. But yeah, I'll have everything in the show notes, so you'll be able to look there. But he loves them. They worked out really well. And bonus points, you'll see in the photos, they're actually on wooden sock blockers. I never owned wooden sock blockers. Well, I owned these. They're actually vintage sock blockers. And I'm really excited. I was really excited when my friend, I call her my adopted grandma, gave them to me when they found them on their homestead. And I finally have socks that sort of fit on them, so they finally are being used, and it just makes me really happy. So they got photographed as well, a little bit of a glamour shot there. But those are done, and it's it's awesome because now I can knit more socks for me and more socks for him, and I will always have projects, except now I need to buy more yarn so I can knit him some socks that aren't neon colored. So that was done. And then the last gift I made, the socks weren't done for Christmas. They were done just after Christmas. But the last gift that I finished for Christmas, I don't have a picture of, so you'll just have to take it on faith. But I had knit some dishcloths and some of those nylon circular pot scrubbies for my grandma for Christmas because she had been asking for them. Because I had actually, crocheted. I had actually crocheted those pot scrubbies years ago. And then I kind of let it fall off because those are that nylon is just so scratchy and it just destroys your hands. So I didn't crochet anymore. But when she asked, it's like, well, you're my grandma, of course I'll make you some more. So I made her 3 of them in 3 different colors because when I had initially, you use tulle and you cut up tulle and then tie it together and just crochet off of that. And I had processed a lot. My mom had actually helped me and we processed a lot of tulle into these balls of tulle, and then I was crocheting scrubbies with them, and so I had plenty left. So I crocheted her some more and I still have a lot left. So I guess as needed I'll make some more, but until then, that's just when people ask for them because they're super scratchy. Really useful, but super scratchy. And then 3 dishcloths, just a simple pattern that I've had for years that I use. I don't even know where it came from anymore. But I just use the same one because everybody loves it. And they were just in like a green, almost earthy tone color, variegated colorway. She really liked those, so big wins for all of the finished objects, all of the gifts I finished. But with that, I mean, that's all I finished. I don't really have anything to show this time, so hopefully next month I'll actually have some finished things with me to show you. But I do have works in progress, and they are here with me to show you. So let's see. My first work in progress. This is probably pretty familiar to you now by now. It is the 9-inch circular socks I'm knitting on with some like online. It was a very German label, so I'm not sure what. It's a online like 4-fach or something, 4-ply yarn in some colorway that I couldn't read or find. But I'm trying to get myself used to knitting on the 9-inch circulars, and as you can see, I've already put, I don't know if you can see there, I put in the line for my afterthought heel, and I mean, in a session I'm knitting about, from the stitch marker up, I'm knitting a good bit. I can't knit as fast on these yet, and that's kind of, I haven't gotten my stride on these. I've knit close to a full sock, and I haven't gotten my stride on them yet, so I'm not really sure how I feel about the 9-inch circulars. Like, I want to love them. I want to love them because there's no fiddling with cords and trying to get things to work out just right. But I have nothing to hold on to, and the way I knit, that's really just throwing me through a loop. But we'll see. I'm going to knit this full pair of socks, and I'm determined enough. I feel like I'll probably end up knitting another pair just because I want to like this so much, but I just don't know. But we'll see. But, I mean, I've got a huge ball of this here to knit both socks with, so we will see. They're getting along. They're coming along, and I've been taking them places, which I hadn't been doing because I had his socks to work on. So now it's just these on the needles until I cast some more on. In my kitten bag from Knit Picks. I don't know if it'll let you see that or not. Ah, yes. Look at that beautifulness. Yes. But I love these, so I'll be working on these. Oh, what else have I got? Well, I'll show you this next thing. I cast on the Vistori cardigan by Emily Ringelman, and it'll look exactly like it did last time because I put this on hold until I could finish my Christmas knitting. So this hasn't been picked up, but now that we're into the new year and I'm almost done with something else, which I will show you in a minute, this will be picked back up really soon. I really want a sweater, so I want to knit on that. So then we're just going to put that aside right now. All the information for that will be down in my show notes as well. I'm knitting it out of Knit Picks, Wool of the Andes, in the blackberry colorway on, I think, US 6 and US 5 needles, but I'll have everything listed. I need to get to that. I want to get to that, but I will get to that because my last work in progress won't even fit on this screen. It is a gigantic granny square Afghan. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna even try because it's huge. Just take it on faith that it's huge. starting with the center square, going out. What have I got here? Oh, going out here. Let's see. I'm making the mistake of kind of looking at a viewfinder instead of the camera. I need to fix that. Call me out on it, everybody. But just keep going. It just keeps going. And now I put my last strip of color in, and this was actually one of those smaller skeins of Red Heart Super Saver. 3 of them. 2 rows was all I could get out of one of those skeins. I had a little left, but that's how big this thing is getting. And I'm going to put a black border on it, which is already started. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a solid row of like single crochet around the edge or something, or just leave it, crochet as much as I can and double crochet, and when I run out of yarn just stop. I'm not sure yet, but it's basically queen size. I probably could have stopped at the end of this black row and made it a little longer, but I had this yarn and it wasn't draping over the bed as much as I wanted it to, so I just kept going. I'm using a size 8 H crochet hook, I think so. I don't remember what millimeter size that is, but it just lives in my bag, and the bag is huge, and this is still overflowing, so this is going to get set aside. But I've kind of been powering through that because it's almost done, and I really want to finish it because I want it to be on our bed because it's cold. Well, it hasn't been as cold. It's been doing the thing where it goes 30, 0, 30, 16, 30, I don't know. So if it would figure out what it was doing and just be winter, we could use this, but soon. It'll be done soon. Do I have any more? No, that's all of my works in progress right now. So I want to cast on some more things, because once I finished all those Christmas projects, I finished everything, and I haven't really started anything new, so it's high time. I didn't do a Christmas cast on because I wanted to get everything done. I wanted to get Justin's socks done. So I just kind of focused on that instead of casting something new on, which I think worked out quite well because I did finish some stuff. For stash enhancements, I behaved. I don't have any. I didn't buy anything. I haven't bought any yarn since that Thanksgiving sale, so I'm pretty happy with that, but it's good because gotta save up for better things, more yarn, which you'll hear about, because I think my next thing here, nope, we'll do that next. My next thing, I just wanted to show quick an upcoming cast on, because I don't have many things on the needles right now. I wanted to cast on something new. So I think the first thing on the list is going to be this Red Heart Super Saver, really bright neon. This is actually going to become a hat for my husband. He picked this yarn out over a year ago, and I was going to knit him a hat, and then it just got set aside. It's in neon stripes, and it is just that. It is intense, and it's going to be crazy and fun, and I love it. So we'll see what I knit out of it. He wants a pom-pom on the top, so of course I've got my biggest pom-pom maker that I own ready to go with this, so that the hat should knit up really quickly, and then I'll make a pom-pom for it. But that's next on the needles to cast on. I still want to cast on a featherweight cardigan, but I kind of want to wait until this one is finished being knit until I do that. I need to cast on a shawl, because I always have a shawl on the needles, and it feels weird not having a shawl on the needles. I need to cast on a shawl. Although it is winter, so maybe I should just focus all my energy into knitting the sweaters and then cast on the shawl when summer comes. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then I want to cast on some more socks, because obviously Justin loves those socks and I love my socks, and I've been wearing my hand knit socks more this year than I ever have. I don't know why. I just decided I can't be precious with these. I knit so many, I just should wear them. That's why I knit them. So I've been wearing them, and it's been great. But I've been wearing them, and then when they're in the wash, I can't wear them. So I want to knit more, so I have a ridiculously large supply, and I never run out when I haven't done laundry for a little while. So I don't know what that says, but yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to knit more socks. So with that, that's where I was going to go into. I wanted to talk this episode, since it is the January episode, about some of my goals for 2019. I normally don't set goals. I've never been that kind of person. I know I'm going to blow them off. I used to be like the craziest planner person on the planet going through school, and my last semester of college, I had senioritis so bad I just gave up on the planner and never looked back, and I have not been able to get back to being that regimented in planner usage, which I miss because I never missed a thing. I never missed a deadline. I was on top of everything, but I also was kind of miserable, and I think that's why I just don't want to go back to it. But I want to try to I have a planner here. I've been trying to get better at just jotting some things down that I need to get done, but not beating myself up if I don't get it done. I mean, I got this summer, and this past summer, and I went for like 2 months without using it, and then I'm looking back into it because I do have some projects that I kind of have timelines for, and I want to make sure I keep up with them, and I feel like this will help me from forgetting things, which has been driving me nuts because when I don't write things down, I forget them. But with that, just wanting to be more organized and everything, I made some goals. So I actually divided them up into 3 categories, and I am going to share them here just because some people are curious. What is it saying? Oh, no, we're good. I thought it was giving me a battery warning. Carry on. We're good for now. But I have some goals. I have fiber-related goals, Wooly Mastadon-related goals, and then some personal goals. And I figured I'd just go over them quickly because I did put a blog post up on the 1st, so you can go back to the blog and check that out, of all these goals, and I just listed them quickly. But some of these I figured it would make more sense to just elaborate on, and I did promise I would share them in December's, or share them in the next episode when I recorded December's podcast. So with that, I figured we'd jump into my fiber-related goals. I have them all nice and written on these 3x5 cards just because I can slip them into the little pocket I made in the back of my planner with paper and washi tape. That was as fancy as I get with planner embellishments. That's as much as it goes. So don't think you'll be getting videos for that anytime soon. I do other things. But for my fiber-related goals, I'm going to read through these a little bit and just talk about them. But I want to knit 2 sweaters. So I'm already with my sweater that's currently on the needles and a featherweight that I want to knit. I think I can do that this year. I've been a lot better at knitting and keeping things going, and just not just giving up on knitting sometimes when I feel like I'm not good enough. So I've been doing a lot better with just picking up those needles and working on a project and just plowing ahead. So I think that's pretty manageable, as well as I want to knit at least 1 shawl. I mean, I don't care how small it is. It could be a shawlette. It could be huge. It doesn't matter. I just want to knit 1 shawl. That's all I need. Do 1 colorwork project. Those underwing mitts I absolutely love, and I'm basically thinking of another pair of mitts. So it's not a big time investment, but I love them so much. I just want to knit another pair, and I want to get better at colorwork. So this way, this ensures that I don't get super rusty by the end of the year and just completely not do another project. I have talked about wanting to learn brioche, so I have listed do 1 brioche project. I don't know what that'll be yet. I don't know how big or how small it'll be, or if I'll even delve into that. But I want to try this year and knit 1 brioche project, so we'll see. We'll see where the wind takes me with these projects and go from there. Let's see, I want to podcast at least once per month. I've been keeping up with it, and I want to ensure I stay with that, so you guys get some content and I get to share it. Blog post at least once a week. Hold me to this. Hold me to this. Because I really enjoy doing it, and I've gone in spurts with that blog, and it always makes me sad when I'm not working on it, so why do I stop? I should just keep going. Publish 1 pattern, and I'm even going to give myself a handicap on that. I have a pattern that I've been wanting to publish for 2 to 3 years already now. It's knit. I just don't know about going through like test knitting and things like that, so I've been doing everything myself. So I'm probably going to release it as a free pattern just because it's going to be my first pattern I've ever released with any amount of detail in it, and then go from there. But I want to publish at least 1 pattern and just kind of make headway with that. And then my last one is a stash enhancement goal, and it's not what most people do. I actually want to purchase 2 skeins of yarn. I've never purchased, that's not true. I have purchased from an indie dyer. She's the one local to me, and I love her yarn. But I've never gone on Etsy or something like that and purchased yarn from a person like that. And so I want to go online and purchase 2 skeins from an indie dyer, just 2, because that's an investment in and of itself. And then I want to knit a shawl. So actually some of these goals are just double dipping, because if I purchase the skeins and knit a shawl, that fills 2 goals right there. So we'll see. If I knit a brioche shawl, it fills 3. But we'll see. I don't know about that. But those are my fiber related goals. Wooly Mastadon related goals are a little overlap. The blog posts and the podcast, I have the same goal, obviously, because it's Wooly Mastadon. But I want to put more effort into like updating the look of the blog, making some printables. I loved making printables. I'm a graphic designer by trade. That's not what I'm currently doing. I'm a bookkeeper, but I have the skills and I love making printables. So we need to give you guys some more printables. So I'm going to try to do that this year. Share more on Instagram. Like I said, I'm more active there, so definitely take a look. Improve my photo quality, just things that consistency things, making sure that I have everything up to date and that I'm always getting better. But basically it was all in the fiber related. It's just update the blog, make it look better, just be more active. That's kind of my overarching goal. And then personal goals, it's a lot of little things, like make sure I read 3 times a week. I love reading. I'm going to share another set of books with you that I haven't even cracked into the box set yet. But I love reading and I haven't been reading as much, so I'm getting back into that. So read 3 times a week. Knit at least 1 row a night, because like I said, sometimes it's just too easy to just be like, I can't do it, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to go sit into a corner and not knit. Well, no, I'm going to knit at least 1 row a night. I don't care if it's 1 row on a sock that takes 2 seconds or a row on that granny square afghan that takes 2 hours. Like, it doesn't matter. Tackle 2 graphic design projects. So whether they're personal and I contract myself out or I rebrand Wooly Mastadon or what have you, I want to get 2 projects under my belt that I am happy and proud of. Do 2 sessions in nature with my camera. I love taking nature photos, and this last year I really didn't take any. I don't think I really did. So I want to make sure that I actually twice, that's all I'm saying. Go to Copper Harbor, which is a beautiful area where there are lots of waterfalls and parks and things, or just go outside and take some photos and take beautiful photos. But I just want to do that twice, that's all. Use my planner, make more lists. And by more lists, I mean make a list every once in a while and actually stick to it. Let's see. Drink more water. I mean, I think everybody does that. And I actually have drink more tea on here as well. So that's listed. So that's my goals. A lot of them are just overlapping. A lot of them are goals everybody makes. Like be healthier, be more mindful, just do more things you love, and focus less on what people think, which I'm terrible at. Terrible at. So we'll see. But those are my goals. Those are my goals for 2019. There's a lot of them, but I think most of them will be easy to accomplish if I at least just keep my mind to it. But yeah, goals. Those are goals. So the last things I have to share with you after the goals would be some non-knit loves, and this is just going to be kind of a mishmash and really random because I have to share these. It's a requirement. I have a slight problem. I like collecting salt and pepper shakers, but I'm not that person that will collect them just because they're going to be worth money. No, I don't care if they're worth money. I just want to like how they look. I have to think they're cute, and if I think they're adorable, I don't care if they're from Target or Walmart or an antique shop, doesn't matter. I will buy them. Well, my husband bought me these guys for Christmas. They're little Westies. Ugh. I love Westies. I have a little Westie puppy. Well, she lives at Dad's, but I've grown up with Westies. So I love Westies. They hold my heart, and he found salt and pepper shakers that are Westies. I didn't know these existed. I mean, I guess I should have known they existed, but let's see. Don't focus on me. Focus on the Westies. Focus on the Westies. There we go. But yeah, they're adorable, and I love them. And then on that note, he also got me, I want to take these out of the box because they're cute. He got me llama salt and pepper shakers. Just don't focus on my face. Focus on the llamas. Yes. They're adorable. And I mean, they have different colors. Ugh, they're the cutest. Ugh, they're so cute. So, I may have a problem, but they're adorable and I love them. And then I was talking about reading more, and my friends had told me about the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I've never read anything by him, and they said if you like epic fantasy and you've never read anything, this is a good starter book. So I had put this on an Amazon wish list for Christmas, and my dad bought it for me, so I'm excited to break into this. I haven't even taken the wrapper off, so I'm excited to read that along with like 16 million other books that hopefully I'll get to with the 3 nights a week thing. The thing with that is that I work early mornings most of the time, and I tend to read before bed, and I'm very bad at stopping myself when I get to a good section. So there's a chance that I could get so caught up in the book that it's 1 a.m. and I've not slept, and I'm really worked up because I read the better part of a book. So I just have to get better at, I read a chapter, set it down for the next day, and just be excited to read the next day instead of just keep reading until you're exhausted for the next week. But that was great. But that was the non-knit love. So then just a little life. So if you guys don't care about life lately, I know a lot of people say you can just tune out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next month, I suppose, if I don't do anything sooner. But otherwise, life. Holidays happen. You can see the tree is now gone, and I've got some wedding photos and stuff up behind me, and my Wooly Mastadon print that I designed years ago and finally got it up on a wall. But the holidays were great. I mean, they didn't have the luster that they normally would, but they were filled with family and a lot of joy, so that was what mattered. We got a lot of stuff done, and I baked cookies, and we made a lot of food, and my grandma came to visit, and it was a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun. We stayed overnight at my dad's, and I got to spoil my Maisie, my lilwestie puppy, for a couple days in a row, just solid, and that was the best. But it was a lot of fun. But I will say that now that the holidays are over, this year I'm ready for like the new year, new start thing. I think that once you've been out of school long enough, your new year doesn't start in August, but it starts in January. And I'm just looking forward to that possibility of a new start and just getting more stuff done and just, yeah, enjoying my time. So no grand schemes. I mean, a lot of the vlogs, the goals are small, but no grand schemes, but everything worth working towards. So with that, I think, yeah, hopefully next month I'll have a lot more to show you instead of just putting photos in here. But I think that's about it. So thanks for watching. I'll do the usual, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy it. And definitely check out the blog, woolymastadon.wordpress.com, because that is where all of the blog posts will be, and a lot of stuff that if I haven't gone into full detail here, it's in a lot more detail on the blog post. So just take a look there. Fun place to be. I am thinking about making a Ravelry group, so let me know if that is something you're interested in doing. And with that, I'll have all my info on the screen for where you can find me. Until next time, see you later. Bye.